Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from Toki answering the age-old question, is an early Lightspawn good enough reason to be elementals? Because, well, Toki's the queen of 4 stars, and if a versatile range of 4 stars give you direction and or tempo, suddenly this hero becomes way more viable. And when you level on Toki curve, that is leveling on turn 2 and again on turn 4, you have access to 2 random 4 stars as early as turn 5. We all know Witchwing gives you direction, Peggy gives insane tempo. There's 3 to 5 given any given game, really strong tempo 4s. And then there's also Doomsayer situationally as a good card. But if Lightspawn gives you a potential win condition, and it's fast enough to play this meta, suddenly everything feels real good on average as Toki. But the real question is it good enough? Let's find out. Alright, enjoy. I mean, we got a Lightspawn, it's kind of direction. We can level, roll, sell next turn. Level hero power, double sell buy. Sounds a little baity. Thousands, millions, billions. Nice. Adjacent. We'll take it. Meh. Awful. Terrible. Awful hit. Worst hit. Only hit that doesn't take at least 2 damage off the board. The fuck is that? I see. Maybe I'm not leveling. The taunt is kind of interesting. I think we let this go. Whoa. Why'd the board get all shiny and shit? The fuck was that? Awkward. That we have this kind of pseudo divine shield bullshit board at the moment. We're gonna take this at the very least. The Cyclone. We're probably taking the sparring partner and the Cyclone. Getting out of these two. Ensuring at least 2 procs from the Lightspawn. And leveling next turn. Seems pretty weak, but it seems like it's the best option out of all of the bullshit that we can do. Gives us a pseudo scaling line and it gives us a little bit of power on the board. I like how he's a tavern above us and stronger than us, or as strong as us. Pretty acceptable opening hit. Good hit there too. Acceptable, he says. Nearly perfect hits. Honestly, that doesn't go much better. We get full scaling. Didn't lose the round. This isn't pseudo BS, Bofur. It's genuine BS. Don't you BS your way through here. All right, we can take the Cyclone and we can Hero Power. We could buy the Selly, double sell, buy the Cyclone and Hero Power. We could take the Sparring Partner and the Cyclone. Have 3 taunts on the board. No Hero Power. I kind of just like the Hero Power. Yeah, probably not. Stats are probably worthwhile. I think I like this better. I'm just gonna do this. We'll just keep a 7/7 on the board. Gives us the rolls. Getting a triple is really important here. Pushing the button just because Nomi is a card feels a little baity. Even Master is like not even a good hit here. Just 1 party elemental on the board. So like 5s don't have a lot of relevance to us. We just use the rolls to go line up a triple. Battleground buddies are just like normal buddies. They're fine as long as they don't overstay their welcome. Correct. If they sleep on the couch for too long, that's a major problem. Going first would have been real nice. Considering this is a double bird buddy pale scale board, like for fuck's sake. We can't even snipe the pale scale. It's too big. Alright, once again. Practically perfect. Could add 1 more proc, could have taken 3 damage off the board, but pretty good here. Why not consider this a freeze? Because a random elemental isn't worth the gold? Hey, we got our triple. Instead of taking free rolls, we can always do a 1-cost hero power. Just expensive, right? Unless we're going to buy from that board exactly. Which we can do now, because we have exactly 3 gold left. Yeah, it's not like we're a Nomi board. It's not like we get a lot of value off playing an elemental. Like, don't overcommit to things like whatever it's called, the 3-star that generates an elemental in the tavern. You're buying that minion for 3 gold and selling it for 1, so you're net 2 gold down to generate a random elemental in the shop. Not to mention you stop yourself from seeing a full board. Sure, you get the reroll from it, so like, that's nice. But it's 2 gold for that value. Seeing an elemental is not strong. If you were a Nomi board, for example, then sure, then you get the permanent stat scaling along with that, so it's reasonable, plus you want to buy up that new minion. If we had Golden Party and a Domo on the board or something like that, then it's way more reasonable, because you get 3/3 whatever stats, but 1/1 for 2 gold, it ain't worth shit. You know this is a beast board. We're playing Wind Fury first, not Leroy first. Go! Worst possible opening hit. Actually, isn't that bad, because the Leapers are over here. The fuck, Leroy? What the fuck? What was that? Why are you this way? Always lucky. Dude, I like the neon sign. How did you make it? Walmart discount rack. They had it. It was weird. It was my exact name. It's crazy. How could that happen? random letters. Oh yeah, they had exactly the right letters in stock and I pieced them together. I don't value the triple very highly here. We need to not lose this round, but I think we're in a state where we can do that. Not going to value that very highly. It's just kind of a bad elemental, and we get to generate 2 here anyway. That's a good one. Slash 2 good ones. All right. So I'm going to try to keep you. Once again, rolling with a 5-star on the board is not more valuable to me than a free reroll. We have 9 or 8 elementals played. We wanted to play the Domo here for an 8/8 buff. Yeah. That's reasonable. You gonna win Fury down the whole world. Can we scroll back to the beginning of the game where I called it was gonna be Nomi? That would be like every game though. If we went back every time somebody said this is gonna be a Nomi game, it'd be literally every game. Our elementals in, it's gonna be a Nomi game. Is it our elementals not in? It's gonna be a Nomi game. Doesn't matter to chat. It's gonna be Nomi, I swear. Alright, so we have decent scaling. We're gonna need to put stats on the board this turn. We tried to greed as hard as we could here. A Buble? Nah, you out of here. You did great. Boo. Great. Alright, this is just not going to be on the board at the end of the turn. Whoops, whoops, whoops. I lost a 1/1. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Why play quickly, Bofur? There's no reason to. Mo 1/1 though. Ooh, that is a hell of a hit. Oh, Battlemaster. Right, there's no real option here. Showing Dragon, should we bump? Probably. Alright. Suddenly elemental board. Alright, back to chat. Leapers, Nomi, Leapers, Nomi. Okay, well, back to the game. We were talking about the Bofur neon sign. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. Like, one day I was like, I hate everything. I'm gonna go to Walmart. Because, you know, that's how most days start. I say the words like, I hate everything, I'm gonna go to Walmart. And then I saw this sign on the wall in the clearance section where people return products and they repackage them and try to sell them to you. And it said Bofur in neon pink. And I'm like, damn, that'd be a great name for a Twitch streamer. So I bought the sign. I started streaming the next day. That's the origin story of the sign. That's it. Don't believe me? Don't care. That's the origin story. Oh, we're 100% to lethal. No, sorry. 94% to lethal, 100% to win. Feels good, man. I think we got him. Remember that time Bofur called me his friend? Fair. Fair. It didn't happen. It was RBF, but they messed up the spelling. I mean, you're right. RBF is an anagram of Bofur. Oh god, how has that never come up before? Thanks, you've ruined chat for the next week. That's on you. I mean, if I'm gonna get the buffs, I might as well get them on things I keep. Boop, boop. Stats on this is great, except, you know, we're about to sell it, so, like, do I care? Probably should have done it just in case, because I'm kind of an idiot. Not that board. Sure. I see. I was gonna sell Bran here. I might still sell Bran here and burn a gold. Because this is a very good minion against a Murloc board. Murloc boards are scary when you're an elemental with no utility. One divine shield on the board, no cleave. You see a couple little Murlocs with the poison icon and you just fall over and die. Remember the time Bofur looked at me like family out of sheer disappointment and pity. Yeah, just like family. Small shake of the head. Glances down a little bit. You could have been so great. Bran did great things. Bran gave us quite a few buffs, right? 3 Smoggers we bought over the course of the middle of the game. It's an extra 12/12. Generated a couple minions. But Bran isn't really necessary here. I forgot a comma. Damn. It's all over. Hey, there's no poison logo or icon on the board. It's almost like big stat Murlocs doesn't do shit. Weird how that works. Almost like every time we see Begurgle, we go, this doesn't do anything. Or Begurgle, see... What's it called? Young Murkai. This doesn't really do anything. Big things. Lose to real scaling and lose to utility. Pass. Pass. Boo. Oh, the Spirit of Murlocs. We'll probably pick up a backup Murloc here, or Elemental here. And I'm not going to waste the roll. Yeah. You did great, Nomi. Proud of you. Well, Nomi'd. Now we're going to play for triples. And we do this first. Murgles again. I see. We want golden wildfires, we want cyclones, and we want triples. It's so weird how you don't bump Murloc boards now. Because outside of Mantid as a card on the board, Bran boards never buy Argus anymore. Because Argus doesn't give stats, so that the old, like, I always taunt up Bran, we got to get over that muscle memory. That muscle memory of, like, it's a Bran board, it's showing 6 Murlocs, that means Bran's on the board, therefore we bump, is just a way to lose. Or at least lose an attack. Hey, we 8%ed him. All right, triples. No. No. Yes. I suppose we don't care about this, right? Like, we don't get any advantage in playing elementals. So something at net even gold is irrelevant to us. On the other hand, that's net positive gold. Pass. 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 Yeah, I'm just going to play both these to the board. That's going to be the end of it. Outside of rolling the board immediately and getting a triple, this gold is irrelevant. Okay, we don't get it. We don't get it. We don't get it. 5 stars are worse than 4 stars. So we don't push the button even for gold now. Why not play elementals for free rerolls? Because we want the triples. The only way we get stronger at this point is triples. Like, buying any other random elemental on the board outside of replacing this with a divine shield does not make us stronger. So keeping a hold of anything that is a pair, we eventually take the free rerolls off of them. But we're not going to cycle them, and we're not going to commit one or the other when we're below 3 gold either. Because then you end up in a scenario where you have to sell one to get the other. Like, think about what you do to make yourself stronger at this point and realize that it is always triples. So the rerolls themselves, you have to value with respect to breaking a pair. Like, buying an elemental, rolling twice with it for the free rerolls and selling it off gives a 2/2 buff to the board, but it commits the gold to that. If we have 10 gold, you can work with it. Otherwise, once you drop below like 7, it's not worth it anymore. It turns out Mega Wind Fury against beast boards is really good. Weird how that works. But yeah, when we have like 7+ gold, we could argue, since we have the smallest of value in cycling an elemental and taking the 2 gold committed to rerolls, which we almost always do. It's just a 2/2, right? Like a 1.8, 1.8 to the board. If you drop yourself below 6 gold, then the only thing that you're getting is that 1.8, 1.8 gold, and if you get these triples on the next board, then you won't be able to buy them. So you're giving up the opportunity of, if I find the minions I want, I can't take a triple this turn, or take both triples this turn, for a 1.8, 1.8 buff. Got it? Not just explaining to you, I'm explaining to, you know, the concept of why we don't commit gold even though there is a net positive here. If we have 10 gold, absolutely, go for it. Doesn't matter, right? You can never lock yourself in a position where you can't buy your triples. If we have 7 would be the break point, right? After that, you drop down the 5 or 4, which you would have to double sell to be able to take both triples if they're on the next board.